Hi guys, how are you doing? My name's Zacharias and I'm a sleep coach and yoga nidra teacher. I'm one of the contributors to the Nourish app. So today I wanted to share some really simple insights on how to really embrace your natural rhythm and your body's natural cycles throughout the day in order to both optimize energy and wellness, and of course to get a good night's sleep as well. So there are some couple of things that might be useful for you to know about that don't require us to dramatically change our day, our routine, but just help to optimize our what we call our circadian rhythm, so our sleep-wake cycles, but lots of other different cycles that happen during the day. So it's really important to think about the fact that, we're not linear creatures. We are not, it's impossible for us to wake up in the morning, be 100% productive throughout the day, and then to fall asleep and have a deep sleep throughout the whole night. We do have cycles both throughout the day, our 24-hour cycle, which is the circadian rhythm, but also within 24 hours, we have smaller cycles, which are called ultradian rhythms. So tapping into this will really help us just to nurture and honor our kind of natural needs, our natural rhythms and our biological processes, and make it as easy as possible for ourselves. So starting from the beginning of the day, waking up. Wake up as gently as you can, especially if you're not a morning person. So if you are a morning person, you probably wake up feeling kind of recharged and energized, and after a shower and some breakfast, you're probably ready to start your day. If you're not a morning person, give yourself the time you need to wake up. So set your alarm just a little bit earlier, 15 minutes before you need to wake up. Spend maybe just 15 minutes slowly coming into your day, getting out of bed, stretch, drink a glass of water very slowly, and have a leisurely breakfast. So don't expect to be on your emails first thing in the morning. Obviously with kids it can be hard, but be gentle on yourself and try not to rush into everything as much as you possibly can. So don't worry about having a slightly slower start to the day if you're not a morning person. The morning people will be tired later in the day. I'm a morning person, and by 9 o'clock I'm pretty useless, but I can get quite a lot done at the beginning of the day. So listen to yourself, listen to your natural rhythm, and go with the flow. Important thing is having breakfast. This is really important for your sleep, actually, because it sends a very strong signal to your circadian rhythm that this is the beginning of your day. It's time for all of your circadian rhythm alerting signals to kick in, to get your digestion going, to get your concentration, your focus, your physical energy moving. So really important to start your day with a breakfast. If you're not hungry at that time of day, then just have some stewed apple, something really easy to digest, or maybe a handful of nuts and fruit if you don't have time to make that. So that's the morning. Now, throughout the day, obviously we're going to have some peaks in concentration and energy and stamina. Typically mid-morning and mid-afternoon are when we have the highest concentration. So make the most of those moments. Try not to be too distracted. We've all got a million things going on right now, so we need to be able to rest when we need the rest. So make sure that you're as productive as you can, and if you can, organize your day around those moments of productivity so that when you are able to focus, when you have the time, you've got the best kind of mental capacity as well behind you, so you can be as productive as possible. Lunch. Use your lunch break as a moment to replenish yourself with a healthy meal. Don't wait too long. If we wait longer than say midday or 1 o'clock, then we can easily start getting into a bit of a stress cycle. Your body will have already used up all the calories from breakfast, and you'll be in more of a fight or flight mode, a survival mode, and that increases a lot of our stress hormones. So we need to be reducing stress as much as possible in order to get a good night's sleep. There are natural peaks of stress, as I said, sort of morning and afternoon, but lunch is a time where we tend to have a natural dip after lunch. So try and use this moment as much as possible as a time to kind of reflect on your morning, and also maybe set one intention for your afternoon. What could you do in the afternoon that is going to make you feel satisfied and complete by the end of the day, so you don't have that niggly thing coming to bed with you and sort of keeping you wide awake or waking you up at 4 a.m. because you haven't got that one thing done that you need to do. So at lunchtime, set an intention for the afternoon, get focused, and also just take some time to process, digest what's happened in the morning, how your day's going, reposition yourself. So moving on into the late afternoon, we have another peak of concentration, and it's actually around 4 or 5. So if you can use that as a time to work and get some stuff done. And then moving into the evening. So after around 7 o'clock, we're really in transition. So it's good to think of this period of the day as a transition between the former day and the next day. It's a time really to prepare your night so that you feel great for the next day as well. If you don't give yourself time to dream, to read, to do nothing, then you might end up feeling frustrated. We need that space in the day just to dream. And it's a mistake to think that, that sort of unproductivity time is not useful. In fact, it is very useful. There's a lot going on. As I say, digesting the information, processing experiences, emotions, so that when we go to bed, we've had the space to kind of listen to whatever is present for us. And if we don't do that, then we tend to go to bed, and that's when everything starts kind of vying for our attention and stopping us from getting a restful night's sleep. So as much as you can, once the children are in bed, give yourself some space to do nothing at all, or just drift, or just read a book. It's great if you can do something to make that transition purposeful. So, for example, do something physically that will change the dynamics, change the energy in your body. So it might be just 1 or 2 yoga stretches, might be a 5-minute breathing exercise. There's plenty of things on the Nourish app that you can tap into that just take 3 minutes or 10 minutes, and really change the kind of dynamic from being there for others, being there for your children, to drawing the attention back into yourself and giving yourself what you need in the evening to unwind. And often just doing that 5-minute practice will sort of change the whole dynamic of the evening. It's very easy to get stuck in the doing and hyperactive sort of mode. And if we can just make that switch, then our evening will actually turn out much, much better, and our night too. Try not to eat too late. So your meal should be 7 or 8 p.m. To give ourselves time to digest. But make sure you give yourself enough nourishment in that evening meal, with enough sort of complex carbohydrates and clean protein, so that you have enough energy to get through your night with a restful sleep. You want to have enough kind of resources in you to have a peaceful and a deep sleep. However, you need the time to digest it before going to sleep. So that's why kind of a good healthy meal around 8 o'clock is about perfect. Try and make sure you get to bed before midnight. It's really healthy for your body to kind of go to sleep around 10, 11. It's different for everybody, but make sure you get an hour at least in bed before midnight. You'll have a much more restful and restorative night's sleep. So I hope that's given you a few ideas around how we can just design our day with consciously thinking about how to optimize our body for restoration. Don't be afraid to dot little moments of rest throughout your day. We have a thing called, as I mentioned earlier, your ultradian rhythm, which are cycles that happen throughout the day. And one of those says that around every sort of 80 to 120 minutes, the body needs a quick rest. So we cannot be productive non-stop. Every couple of hours, you need to take 5-10 minutes to breathe, to rest, to process everything that's going on. So really important to take little moments throughout the day, just to reflect, breathe, stretch your body, have a walk, whatever it is, to avoid that buildup of stress, and little self-care moments will make all the difference. So I hope that helps you to get a good night's sleep. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to pop me a message via Instagram or email. So I really hope that helps, and I wish you a very restful night's sleep and plenty of good energy during the day.